What time the Georgia game started? These niggas in the... Oh, never mind. These niggas in the first quarter. Weak ass niggas. Playing some weak ass niggas. Yeah. Florida playing LSU. Yeah, Michigan State playing Ohio State. That nigga about to beat Ohio State.
Crazy, bro. That's them A&M got that boy Jamal Jenkins.
And me, Michigan State.
Yeah, you see that nigga, boy? What you talking about? No, I'm talking about basketball, nigga. Oh. I mean, that's big, bro. Come on, man. You hear that shit in that man's name. That name Jamal Jenkins.
We have two teams in today's game with plenty of confidence as they're riding big-time winning streaks. It's the Chiefs going up against the Hounds. With that, we'll get you out to Memphis, Tennessee, as we hook up with our commentators, Brandon Guy.
Who? Duke.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Memphis Hounds.
On the fuck too.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
No,
It doesn't look they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. That the other defense is rated higher than them. You go, let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a play fake. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Smith in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Cool.
Looking to jam the
Okay,
receivers at the
okay.
line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Mm.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Down to about the 20.
I got beats on there, and yeah,
Able to pick up a healthy
if
chunk
I
of
don't
yards. 7
go
yard
on
gain.
I hoop
A tough third and
on
9
go.
upcoming.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. On third down, Bradford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd and 1, partners. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Newton on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now
Yeah, I can vote with the holes on the
able to
court.
get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, they've had a great impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
All the colors. Oh my God. The King was the first one to come.
And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
They got long white Kyrie.
They snap it to Newton. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They ended up letting them through. And they ended up tackling him for a loss.
They got him down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to rent.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
I just got some new shoes on. I do got some new shoes on, you know. The shoes on. Shit. Anyway. Get in that.
Out is the kickoff unit
come on,
as
but
they
you're
run
gonna
up
stop.
and
You're
send
gonna
this
stop.
one away. This is taken about 7
Yeah,
yards deep.
how much is that? 2,000? 3?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line,
I
just
got
across the
250.
25. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick. The extra point, that's it.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of football as we begin the second quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. Bradford on 3rd and 2. Pressure from behind, and he's going to be thrown down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 4th down, they do snap it. Bradford. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. 12 yards on the pickup. And that enables him to also pick up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 30 inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to throw, and the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year, and the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
It's right here.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work with him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the back goes into motion. On third down, Bradford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that is happening, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the locker.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he rifles one incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right. Here's Bradford. He's got time in the pocket. He's got him in. Complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That nigga was lagging out on my team. He kept lagging.
McAfee to kick. Now we take a glance at the offense as they make their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And Barnage has it on the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
But they decided... and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do better. Simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 2nd down, Bradford. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. When they have the football and will set up short at the 33-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Fuck, I threw a fucking pick off some stupid shit, man.
Sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried him down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride.
You know, plug in the lot,
He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there.
He is into the end zone for a touchdown.
No.
Cam Newton, his 21st touchdown of the
my shit not even fit.
And his guys have once again taken the lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count.
Can you plug in the
As
laptop?
opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. First down, Bradford. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bradford now to throw on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive
I might not be going, man.
play sheet. He can't find it either.
That big loss there on the pass
I
completion.
told you I might not be going
He
to
might
touch
not provide the super flashy plays very often.
I told you I might not be on.
Excellent
That's
target
obvious.
and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
3rd and long for Bradford. Now ahead, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quote from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
No game until I play him. You will be the first thing. You will be the first thing I do.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, bro.
When I touch your rock, you're gonna be the first thing I'm playing.
Okay.
21 on second.
Last time we played, I was hurt. The
If I
fuck?
was killing you in 2-on-2,
Khalil, I was hurt. I beat you hurt. I'm always hurt, nigga. I run 6 miles like every day. The fuck?
I'm always hurt.
I run like 6 miles every day, nigga.
That's worse than
fuck?
get hurt, nigga. You running up, running playing football. You're playing hard as fuck out there, nigga.
Hell no.
That nigga like that bitch playing hard as fuck.
Bro, it's not my fault that I'm faster than you.
Give him 2 yards on that play.
Bro, you're faster than me, bro.
I'm not? Okay. 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 I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm faster than you, bro. There's no debate in that. There's no debate in that.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense,
Right.
oftentimes leverage is the key to everything.
I don't know what to play. He didn't even think he played no because just say he's faster than me. Like, what the fuck?
And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first
Hey,
down.
and I blew up past the nigga.
Not with one back and
Long pass was easy, bro. No competition, bro. You was a fucking baby, bro.
Alright, bro. I hear you, bro. But I'm not finna talk to you when you only score 1 point on me, bro.
And I could have jumped. Nigga, I fear
You only scored 1 point on me, bro. Like, there's no need to even argue with you.
Like 3-4 games. The fuck, man?
Alright,
Doing your ass, bro.
you only scored like 2 points. Fuck.
No, bro. Bro, Mrs. Hayes got like 10 apiece. And he switched on defense, so that means you had to be on me. Let me come on.
I hear you, man.
Every time y'all switch, and you on me and I stole against a bucket on your head.
I hear you,
And I'm
man.
giving your ass bucket.
Congratulations.
game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against
Did
you.
you walk up?
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Hell no.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a first
Man, what the
down as they
fuck?
get him to the ground at the 37.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Savages only. Savages. Savages only.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Khalil.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Newton on third down. And Barnage has it on the right side. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys,
get my phone, man. I'm finna watch the game.
There wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Right.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shreds the tackle, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot...
On me, I'm coming. On me.
They're urging for a little bit more support.
Oh, God, I'm coming. Oh, God, I'm going to get ready as we speak.
I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield.
On me, I did.
He was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being
just unplug the lamp.
And you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Cause I got to handle some shit, bro.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Bullshit, man. God damn.
Yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss.
My nigga. Send these niggas off.
In the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
You know, from getting somebody's ass and hoop and stick.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Short
kick while the other will take it down. An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And applause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They slot Gronkowski outright. Bradford surveying the field. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it.
Hey, Quay. But it ain't quite, dude.
Bradford's lost it. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. All right, they're going to try and keep it alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Come on.
One last shot now for Bradford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah. Telling you. Hold on, girl.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at NFL. So long, everybody.
Yo, your game so fucking gimmick, man, but it's good. The little edge blitz shit you do is so glitch, bro. Like, it's good though, bro. No, I promise you it's good, bro. You tried your best on this now.
I was telling you,
Nigga started trying his best.